Well, there's another EV I do want to bring up to you guys because there's so many weird, interesting things about it that are connected to Waveform. Number one, it's a Ferrari EV. We don't know what the outside looks like, but it's called the Luce, I think. Luce.
Do you have to say it like that?
I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce it.
It's always something Italian with that.
Luce.
Number two, this interior was the first with assistance from LoveFrom, which is Jony Ive's firm. So this is potentially the first car interior that Jony Ive has gotten his hands on. And it's always funny listening to old, I think Neil has brought this up on old Vergecasts, which is like all the Apple executives drive Ferraris and all they really want is them to have CarPlay and like nice. Now they've finally gotten to work with Ferrari, so this is the first time they've had a direct hand in this. But there are some videos out there, this like big teaser video, or really not a teaser. They show the whole interior of the car, and okay. So many thoughts. Each individual switch and display and UI element is actually beautiful, right? But then when
in isolation,
like each button, each switch, really clean, really nicely done. But then you zoom out to the whole interior and it looks bad.
Yeah.
Like I think pretty bad. It has this like retro look to it, which is really nice for my take last week that nostalgia is ruining everyone's taste. They went a little bit like confused with the nostalgia, I think.
It's hard to call it nostalgia when it's like, hey, the steering wheel looks kind of old, but also here's an Apple Watch Ultra next to it.
Yeah. The tablet looks like an Apple Watch, a giant Apple Watch Ultra.
Yeah, but how long ago did the first Apple Watch come out?
We're on like the 3 now, so probably 4 years.
No, he's talking about the
not the Ultra,
one.
the original Apple
the first
Watch.
Apple Watch?
Was it 2015?
Right? It's been like a decade.
Yeah.
So this could still be reminiscent of older times.
Yeah, it's just it's a weird. I am guessing this is not going to be a cheap car. This is going to be a car that people. It's a Ferrari. Like people with a lot of money are.
Yeah, I mean it's a Ferrari.
And I just don't know what type of person wants this. And I say that knowing that a lot of people do actually want retro future. They just want an electric version of an old car. A lot of people say this a lot, and I'm not sure how many would actually buy it if it's like small phones where we all say we want it, but we don't buy it. But like the old, remember the Buick commercial where they show the GNX over and over and over again, which is like super sick, and everyone's like, we just want that, but electric. And then you show the new Buick, and it's like, I don't want that. So the old Volkswagen bus, everyone loves that. And everyone wishes there was just an electric version of that, but then they had to go modernize a whole bunch of design elements and people want it less. I think that's still true. Like people seem to really like the idea of an old design that's just electrified.
100%.
But this is, I really want to know what the outside of the car looks like.
I mean, that's kind of why Hyundai is making that car that it uses
Ioniq 5.
No. What is it called?
Oh, the N74.
N74, which they did say is going to be a production car.
But then they aren't doing it.
Aren't they?
They keep saying they will, but
they keep saying they will.
Never get
hydrogen
doing it.
It had like
hydrogen
fuel cells. Also,
like
or whatever.
That was years ago. And I've been talking about that. Like,
and
that car is sick.
At first, they're like, it's a concept, and then they were like, maybe we might do it, and they're like, but we probably won't. And then they were like, it's gonna go into production, and then we just haven't heard anything.
I just think it would be such a huge PR win if a company would actually do what everyone says we want.
Yeah.
There's probably some amount of surveys that they've run or people who just say they would buy it but wouldn't actually buy it.
Yeah.
You know what's the best thing about this interior that I'm seeing? Is just that there's buttons and knobs.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Turns out if it's just not an iPad, people get excited.
Which is hilarious from Jony Ive.
I will say, like, the giant Apple Watch iPad thing kind of just looks like a knockoff iPad. I don't know. All of this, and I'm not a designer, obviously, but a lot of this, to me, is very ugly.
Each individual piece is sick.
The dynamic
Sort of.
clock, dude, that like you
Nice.
can...
Are all
so
clocks dynamic?
The torque meter that
Aren't all
changes,
buildings outside, David?
the torque meter that
That
changes
was
based
my
on
whole
what
point.
mode you're in is sick.
I will say, if I was able to just like buy this tablet and stick it into my car, I would 100% do it.
It's so ugly.
No, it's sick as hell.
Oh my god.
This is like
ugly.
so on the
Interplace.
line of like good and bad that I feel like if I have any response to it, it'll either be like, well, you don't like it because you can't afford it, or
Yeah.
you don't know anything about Ferraris. Yeah, like what? I lose saying anything about this car.
The launch mode. Did you see the thing about the launch mode where you pull the
Wait,
handle in?
hold
from
on,
the-
do you
the top,
put-
Yes.
and then everything like turns orange?
It
'cause it's,
looks
like-
sick in isolation. It looks
like an
awesome.
Is this the
airplane,
this is the
bro.
key? I think
Yeah, the
The
key is a
key
little mini like juice box.
fits in like
What?
the little piece. Like this is the key
Oh,
because
that's
later
cool.
down here it shows the key.
That's pretty cool.
Oh my, there's a lot of scrolling on this website.
Yeah, something that I did think was cool is that they made like a book series about the development of this car. That's like 4 books that like Jony Ive like developed with his team, and apparently they do that on every project, and I think that's very cool. And you know, I'm happy for them.
Remember when they announced CarPlay Ultra and all the things popped up in the ad and they were like, "Oh, this is so cool. It looks so pretty." And then all the car makers were like, "No, we're not doing that. We don't know where we got that from." Does this actually exist, or are these just a bunch of pretty renders that they did and put on a website?
This is the interior reveal of Ferrari has said that they're going to make an electric car. This is the interior reveal of their eventual electric car. They will at some point reveal the exterior and the price and the specs and all the rest of that stuff, but this is a car that they've said they're going to actually make.
But none of these are pictures. They're like
3D
there are some
renders.
videos.
There are videos?
Yeah, I'll show you. I'll send you one on Twitter or something. But
Of
yeah.
like an actual
Like someone driving it or inside it?
No, just they've like taken the interior and like put it in a studio and like let people hit the
okay,
buttons
okay.
themselves, and they sound really nice and stuff.
We got to talk about the binnacle, man.
what's that?
What's the binnacle?
Dials are sick, man.
The binnacle is what they're calling the gauge
These?
cluster behind the steering wheel. A binnacle is, you ever seen on like an old timey boat? There's like that tower right by the helm
Yeah.
that has like a compass and maybe like a clock.
Oh, does it have one of those?
No, but they're calling the gauge cluster the binnacle, and I like saying the word binnacle
Because it's like pinnacle, sort of.
Yeah,
sure, yeah.
yeah, man. I like each individual piece. I hate the whole thing though.
I'm also very curious. Like, there's so many screens that are sort of hidden in this car, and I'm very curious if you're going to be able to see bezels.
That's a great
That's
That's
a
going to make
really
a
good
big
point.
difference about how tacky it looks.
Is this just running Android?
OLED.
Do we think?
That would be really funny.
Definitely is.
I
It
hope
almost
they're OLED.
definitely
It's
is.
almost positive.
You would be rational to think that such an expensive car has to use the latest tech and screens. But if you look at any other Ferrari,
Are they all
Also,
LCDs?
they don't look great.
Yeah, I would not trust Ferrari to go and write Horse OS. You know, like that's not what I would want to use.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. Anyway, that ends my Ferrari crash out for now.
All right.
Hey, thanks for watching this clip. I have a feeling that whatever I said in that clip was kind of a hot take, so do me a favor, and if you agree with my take in the clip, give us a thumbs up on this video. If you don't agree with my take, leave a comment down below. Thanks.